My name is Maretha Coetzee. We have been living in Stampriet, Namibia for the past 17 years. This farm is kameelboom, and yeah, this is where my children have grown up, and we've done our thing here. I lost my leg in a car accident at the age of 26. It's about 17 years ago. I was pregnant with my firstborn, my oldest son. It was a traumatic event, as all other amputees would share with you if they had to deal with a story like this. But luckily time goes by and we keep going on. Well, my morning starts by doing a route, checking on all the animals. We have show animals, so we check every one of them every morning to make sure that they're sound, feeding them and training them. We do a lot of walking and carrying and fetching. The environment on this farm is quite challenging. It changes quite a bit from deep sand to hard surfaces, and I do have to walk a lot through all this terrain to look after my animals. Adapting to my first prosthesis was quite a process. Nothing prepares you for something like that. I've also not had any people in my life that had prosthesis, so it was a question of getting into the deep water and just surviving. My first prosthesis had a lot to do with crutches, wheelchairs, that type of thing. But the more confident you become, the more you use what you have. I fell a lot with my first prosthesis because there's no lock on it, there was no safety gadget. It was a question when I put my weight on my first prosthesis, it would give away under me. And I was pregnant at that stage, so it was a sight for sore eyes. I used quite a bit of energy. I was very tired at night. I couldn't put in a long day's work. Midday I would have to take it off, have to rest at least an hour, hour and a half before I could start again. It was energy consuming, I would call that. Just so true that when you're tired, you just don't have patience. You don't have the will to look at a problem and solve it. You're grumpy. I think it's best for everybody if your mood is just so much lighter when you've got more energy, when you're not tired and all the time. With the new Rheo, it changes that. It gives me so much more hours that I can actually be productive. My family is much more happier because I'm just not as tired as I was. There's a lot less pain because you try to stretch what you can do, so you overdo what your body is able to do. With the new Rheo, it helps me to move much more instinctively, especially the stumbling action. The moment I would be in a situation where I'm not sure of myself, I would just go in instinctively, and if something does go wrong, I have this backup. I trust the leg. I didn't in the beginning, but as I used it, I got to know it, and I started trusting more and more. And obviously my quality of life improved because I managed to do a lot more than I used to. I was actually an amputee before I started riding horses. The horses came as a therapeutic need in my life, especially for the exercise, firstly, and then secondly, for the therapeutic sense of it. I was able to go to them and be picked up when you're down in the dumps. It's easy to relate to them because you have this acceptance and this non-judgmental thing that gives you the courage to try things that you wouldn't try otherwise. Animals are a very important factor in my life. Through the years, I've managed through good times and bad times share this with my animals, in the sense that they are totally dependent on you, so they actually take the journey with you. Especially this mare of mine, I've had her for quite a few years, and since she was 2 years old, she was here, and now she's 15, and the relationship that grew from that is a very rewarding relationship, and we are still going strong. Animals are non-judgmental, and they're totally accepting of who you are. With my new Rheo Knee, I can actually just get up and instinctively do whatever it's necessary doing. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to plan what I have to do. I don't have to count how many steps I have. My quality of life improved because I managed to do a lot more than I used to.